Hey everyone, I'm Steve. Welcome back to Kettle Ranch. This video is going to be an intro for part of a big video I did yesterday. I'm just going to split them into two pieces. This first one will be on the update on the hives, what's going on in the apiary. The second one in this two-parter will be down at the cottonwood trees in the river, looking at what's going on down there. So, if it's a little cut up a little bit, you'll understand why. The weather overnight, we had a warm front come in. It's currently about 36 degrees. Did not get below freezing all night, and we've had rain. Eastern Washington, fairly rare on the rain thing unless you have windrows of hay that is drying and you're waiting to get it baled. Then it's guaranteed it'll rain. But nevertheless, we're out here. Nothing is going on. If you looked at this apiary, you would think it was a dead out. You'd think everything died and you might as well just burn it all. Nope. As you'll see in the upcoming video when we cut into that, yesterday we were in the high 40s, low 50s, and I got out here with the camera and took a lot of video. Pretty amazing to see the activity out here, especially compared to today. So let's move into that. Back at the apiary, that is hive number 5. And man, oh man, that's an indication she's already laying and she has brood coming out. Maybe she jumped the gun a little bit. We're still going to have temperatures down in the 20s, maybe even high teens at night. But I believe we have enough population there. They'll keep whatever brood they have going. They'll be able to cluster over the top of it and keep it warm and still not lose the hive. That's a really good sign there. That looks good. If I move over to hive number 7, I'm going to try to. I'm wearing black today, guys. Bad move because I live in bear country. So do these bees. And they wear black around them and right away they get a little pesty. Here's hive number 7. And 7 is sort of interesting because I thought I pretty much lost it and it was gone, but as I've been telling you guys, keep that landing board clear as much as you can. Get out and clear it and keep it clean. That way you can tell if there's activity or not. Maybe not the activity as much as what's going on in hive 5, but hive 7, obviously someone's been going in there and moving out all these dead bodies. So there's enough bees going on in there. Every once in a while I'll see one fly in and fly out. There's enough going on inside of the hive that maybe they're not ready to get out and really start collecting like hive 5 is, but they are actually in there, and there goes one, maintaining their hive, at least trying to. Hopefully they'll build up there. I'm going to run back down the line here to hive number 3. Hive number 3 is our funny one. This is the one that I had screwed up machining the hive on the CNC and I ended up with a gap at the back of it. So on the front side, they rarely use this exit. It's hardly used at all. And when we get on going down the other side of the apiary line here, you'll see where they're coming out, and they're really busy on that side, but they don't like this north-facing side. Hive number 1 is turning out to be a lot like hive number 7. Let's move the camera over there. Here's hive number 1. What's going on here? Once again, that landing board, which had been cleared out, and there goes a bee flying by. Someone's doing the cleaning in there, trying to get organized. Hopefully that is a sign of life inside. Let's move around to hive number 2. Hive number 2 has the old style entrance reducer on it. These are one of my original ones that I made. And the bees are really busy there, going in and out. I might have to open that up here, give them a little bit more room. But that is a great sign. That amount of bees coming in and out looks wonderful. So hive number 2 is definitely a success. Hive number 3, let me move over. This is that oddball hive. They're coming out the back side where I left the gap. Sort of odd, but hey, if they like it, this is the south facing side and they prefer it. Wonderful. Let's move along. This is hive number 6, and this sort of shows what I've been telling you guys. If you keep that landing board pretty much cleared, there's no activity. There's no bees coming in and out. Nothing's going on here. There's no dead bodies. No one's doing mortuary services. It's pretty much dead. Later on, we'll get into it and actually take a look. Well, maybe I'll peek right now. What the heck? Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's going on in there. We'll take it apart later and do a post-mortem on camera. I'll go ahead and pull it from the apiary. We'll take it back over towards the workshop. Our final hive, which was our big hive going into the winter, had a lot of hopes for this one. This is the one that got a lot of the drift of the other hives over the year. It was a mega hive. They starved out. They're gone. Let's move over. Same thing. I clean off that landing board every day or so. Straighten the camera. And sure, there's a couple dead bees that might have been blown out by the wind or pushed out, but there's really no sign of a lot of activity going in and out of there. Sort of interesting. We just came over from hive number 6, and as I look back at it, I just had a live bee fly out of it, but I actually see more bees. There's quite a few bees. I'm going to move the camera back. Okay, we're back on hive number 6, and as you can see, there are quite a few bees in there moving around alive inside the screening. I don't know if there's robbing going on there, or it might be a sign of life. A small cluster in there that has survived. We'll have to see when we open it up. I guess I won't be taking this back to the shop and opening it up. We'll do that on camera here. As soon as we get up in the 60-degree range, I'll feel safe at doing that. As I watch these bees going in and out, they are not going to a neighboring hive. They're taking off towards where the feed is and where the water is. That's interesting. Yeah, let's move along. When I removed the sugar cakes from on top of some of the hives here earlier this year, I laid them out on the deck to see what the bees could still use it. And as you can see right here, we got bees that are working on it. So they're not bothering to fly 30 yards or so, 40 yards to the open feeder. They're just getting the hard caked sugar just right off the deck there. Good for them. Up at the open feeder I have, it has some 1-to-1 syrup on one side, and then it has some pollen substitute on the other. As you can see, the bees are going crazy. They are just all over this. It's a short flight. They don't have to go a long ways back to the hives. It's very important here where later in the afternoon the sun dips below the ridgeline and the temperature just plummets. really starts to drop fast. So the bees can go ahead and fill up here. I don't think they're storing it back in their hives. They might be, but I would hope that they're using it just to get through the rest of this tail end of the winter. As usual, if you liked our content, please hit the like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That helps for future videos. Hopefully next week we'll have warmer temperatures. We can actually get in the hive, see how they did. Right now, this is really hopeful, looking really good. And this is what sort of bites on the northern border. You don't know what you got until it warms up enough that you can actually look inside. This is hopeful. We could have 6 hives that made it through the winter out of 8. We might have only 2. Although, looking at what we've seen so far, I'd say 4 might be a good guess. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Take care. We'll see you later.